I think, again, it's not an either or. So I think a lot of people are saying, you know, with tags and folksonomy, we're set. Let the people decide. And I love tags, I love folksonomies, I love taxonomies, great. But at the same time, I also really like systems that have been developed by experts, by librarians, by subject area experts, and stuff like that. And I think that what would that look like if we had both? And so I really think that we need to think strategically, and perhaps the library world needs to think strategically as they already are, because I don't think we can wait for the YouTubes to make these decisions. We certainly can't wait for the Googles to figure out what's best for the library world, what's best for literacy. But I think that having that attitude, if it's not either or, I think is really interesting. I saw a really nice example from where I used to be at University of Washington, what they did. And this isn't YouTube, but it's Wikipedia. It's really smart. What the librarians at University of Washington figured out was that many of their special collections, mostly photographs and some sketches and some maps, they figured out that they had some of the best visual collections of the state of Washington. So they started to go into Wikipedia and take their special collections and upload it onto Wikipedia site for, say, history of Seattle, or history of the Puget Sound, or the history of downtown Seattle. And I love this because it's not an either or. It's actually saying, well, Wikipedia, which is supposed to be the enemy of libraries and enemy of professors, which it's not, is now getting actually smarter and better because of librarian efforts. At the same time, we're reminded, or readers are reminded, that when they start studying this, perhaps Wikipedia, the Wikipedia page for the history of Seattle is the first page they go to, but if they really want to understand, they've got to go to the University of Washington Library Special Archive to get even more of those pictures. And I think that kind of example, in my mind, that crystallized how it can't be either or, it's got to be and both.
That's great. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks a lot.
It gave us a lot of food for thought.
Great, I would do this anytime again, so let me know.
Wonderful.